Welcome, guys, advocates for justice, paralegal school. We provide the tools, you do the work. It's nice to be back to work here, so we need to get some stuff done. Welcome to the stream tonight. We've got a new Facebook page. I just put the link in there. This is a new page that we just set up for the online course, but I'm going to set it up to where anyone can ask questions there if they like. So you guys should copy that or save it to your favorites. So if you have a question or whatever, you can go there and ask all of the questions there. It's right there at the top of the thing. Oh yeah. So you guys, if you're coming from Facebook, please go to the link shown across the bottom of the stream here and grant StreamYard permission to use your Facebook name. Otherwise, if you make a comment, you're going to show as Facebook user and we want to know who you are. So we want to know your name when you're talking. So that everybody can see who's speaking and everybody can be held, and we know exactly who we're talking to. So, and it's nice for everybody to see who's speaking. If you have something to say that has value, we want to make sure the right person. Okay, you guys see how that goes. So let's just get started. We were going to talk about some stuff today, and then we're going to talk about some other stuff. So I was going through some things and I found this what we're going to talk about today. And I know this is going to be cool for you guys. So we're going to get started on this. And let me get this all set up. So today, what we're going to talk about today is we're going to talk about how to cancel a citation process. And this same process can be used to cancel a summons, a lawsuit, it doesn't matter. So this is really cool. Now, this is not something that I put together. This is something that I learned from studying. I think Judge Dale was the person that I found this stuff. And Judge Dale has a lot of stuff. I think, well, he has quite a bit of stuff out. And so you can Google his Judge Dale and find his stuff. But this was from that. But I wanted to share this with you guys because this is pretty cool. I've actually used this twice before, quite a while back, to help one of my bosses smash a disgruntled employee who was trying to sue him. So yeah, the process works. Now, I'm not expert on this process. I'm just sharing it with you guys because it's really cool and you guys can use it or whatever. So don't call me later, ask me what's next, okay? Because I don't know what's next. I'm just sharing it with you, and basically here on this program, you should be learning the strategies and seeing what our goal is and putting together your own program. That's what this is about. This program is not about me telling you everything to do. It's about me telling you what they're doing and how we need to, but at the end of the day, you need to be figuring out what your plan is down the road based off of your goals and things that you're learning today. Well, now. So the citation process can be handled real easy through the mail. When a police officer issues your citation, he actually is requesting you to contract with him. And when he signs the citation, he's actually violating the separation clause in the Constitution that says that the branches of the government have to be separated, but that's for another night. So let's stay focused. He is alleging that you violated a corporate regulation in writing, which you have to accept by signing that you responded. So they have you sign the ticket, and that's your response. And now you just kind of screwed yourself, for lack of a better word. Nowadays, they don't make you, in a lot of places nowadays, they don't make you sign a ticket if you don't want to sign a ticket. They don't really care because their process is fraud anyway. So the police officer is instructed to explain that your signature is merely an acknowledgement that you received a copy of the citation, but in actuality, your signature is notification to the court and the judge that you have accepted or consented to the police officer's contractual offer, and which grants the judge consent and personam and subject matter jurisdiction over you and the case. So that signing thing, they can tell you it's just to appear. That's what they told me. And I said, the words to appear, sir, in the Black's Law Dictionary mean that, what means that, yeah, the words to appear means that you're giving the court jurisdiction. So, I just didn't like that. So the Truth in Lending Act provides that a party to a contract may rescind his consent within 3 business days of entering into the contract. So if you enter into a contract, and it doesn't matter what kind of contract it is, according to the Truth in Lending Act, which is a federal law, you have up 3 days to rescind the contractual offer that you were forced to sign in because you thought you were going to jail. Now, the cancellation process, we're going to talk about that here. In a second. Okay. So the cancellation process. So what you want to do is right across the top of the face of the citation, you should print or type in large letters. I would use capital letters. I do not accept this offer to contract, and I do not consent to these proceedings. That's what you write on the document that they sent you or whatever it is they sent you. You want to use blue ink for admiralty or purple ink for royalty. Admiralty is the court and royalty represents your sovereignty. Either way is appropriate. So you want to sign your signature underneath in blue ink, underneath the words that you just wrote on there. You sign your signature underneath in blue ink in front of a notary. And under your signature, you type without prejudice UCC 1-308. This is another way to declare that you may not be held responsible for this contract pursuant to the Uniform Commercial Code. That's what we're working from, the Uniform Commercial Code. Now, you want to subvert cancellation on the back. You want to serve the cancellation citation on the back to the clerk along with the certificate of service. So you want to make a certificate of service, and then the document that you just had notarized and you wrote those words on, whatever you want to serve them. I would send them certified mail, return receipt requested. That way you have verification that they received it and they can't be trying to play. Now this kills the citation, removes your consent, and removes the jurisdiction of the court, all at the same time. Pretty simple. A certificate of service is a letter that first identifies the citation and then defines how and when the return service was performed, and that goes on the court record. Now, if this is not denied, it becomes truth in commerce by tacit procurement. That's like through acquiescence, and that's a lot of what they do. That's what they do to a lot of people now. If you don't disagree, then you're in agreement through acquiescence. They call that a tacit procurement. Remember to keep a copy of everything in case the clerk attempts to trash your response or do something with it. Because like we learned a couple of weeks ago when we were talking about the clerk's job is to take care of the court's money. The clerk's main job is to take care of the court's money. So when you go to file your lawsuit and you're suing the judge and the court for $5 million, the clerk ain't gonna be happy with that. And they're going to try and run interference. Has anybody ever had that happen? Raise your hand. Okay. So you want to make sure that you have proof that everybody have been served. And if it was me, I'd have them served by a process server. You know, if you got the money to do that, it makes a huge statement to them and lets them know that you're not having it. Now, one of the things that's important too, the notary is the deputy secretary of the state and is more powerful than the clerk. Now, summons and lawsuits. Summons processes, whether it's defined as civil or criminal action, is once again an offer to contract. Despite the words that are used to command you to appear or freak you out or whatever, it's just another offer to contract. It too can be canceled by following the same procedure that we just talked about. Now, I know this sounds crazy that everything could be that simple. The citation process above can cancel off a lawsuit. $1 million lawsuit is no different than the $10 seatbelt citation. It can be canceled off just like that by following the process. Hard to believe, isn't it? It's amazing how much power we have. We just need to learn how to figure out how to use it. That's what we need to do. And that's what we're doing here in this program. We're figuring out how to use that power. Now, does your attorney know this? Well, you bet he or she does. But he or she is not permitted to embarrass the court. And besides, the court is where the attorneys make their money. So they're not about to go in and embarrass the court and cause problems like that. Now, one of the other things, the Facebook group, I'm going to leave a link to the Facebook group here again so everyone can see it. This is going to be the new group. People can come here and ask questions. It's set up for the online course, but we're going to use it for everything. So, and this way, if people have questions, they can ask them in the group and I'll answer them. I'm the only one pretty much. Well, there are a few other people that I allow to answer questions in the group. Denny Harden is one. If Denny offers you any suggestions, I would jot them down and go and check it out. So he's badass. So that's all I've got tonight. I want to keep it short tonight. Thank you guys for the privilege of sharing your time. Next week, we've got another subject we're going to talk about, and I'll let you guys know what it is. Thank you, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Oh, don't forget to subscribe, ring that bell, hit the like button, and please share. Oh, leave comment. Make sure you leave comment too. Let me know how we're doing up in here.